ways. When you had wars, you win, right? You win. To the victor belong the spoils. So when we go to Iraq, we spend $1.4 trillion so far, and thousands of lives are lost, right? And not to mention all the poor guys and gals with one arm and no arm and all the problems, right?
Right.
And we're going to leave. And 15 minutes after we leave, Iran is going to go into
And what
Iraq.
do you do to Iran if that happens, if you're president?
Nobody's going to have enough heart to want to go back.
No, but you're going to be president.
Stay.
You're going to be in the office. Iran comes in, tries to take the oil. What do?
You stay and you keep the oil. If Iran is going to take over the oil, we stay and we keep the oil.
All right, but if they're out of there, which they will be, in 12 they're going to be out of there. So say you win the presidency.
We shouldn't be out of there. What we should do is take over the oil.
Wouldn't Obama's going to pull them?
Bill,
there's going to be about 20,000 left.
As sure as you're sitting there, Iran, 2 minutes after we leave, Iran is going to come in and take over the oil.
But what do you do about it?
You stay and protect the oil, and you take the oil, and you take whatever's necessary for them, and you take what's necessary for us, and we pay ourselves back $1.5 trillion or more. We take care of Britain, you take care of other countries that helped us, and we don't be so stupid. You know, we're the only country, if you look at wars over the years, and I study wars, okay, my whole life is a war. You look at wars over the years, a country goes in, they conquer, and they stay. We go in, we conquer, and then we leave, and we hand it to people that we don't even know. Now, who are the people that are going to be running Iraq? The person that hates the United States the most will be running Iraq. So, in a nutshell, we go in, we take over the second largest oil fields, and we stay.
So I don't want to take over the Iraqi.
Well, I'm not going to hand it back to Iran. That I can tell. Don't smile.
I'm just saying,
listen,
look, if you're going to go with China and you're going to threaten them,
I'm not
and then you're going to threaten OPEC.
I'm not threatening China.
25%
I'm saying to China that unless you behave, that unless
and then if you're going to go into the Iraq oil fields and take them over, going to be a lot of blowback.
Between China, OPEC is the worst abuser. China is the second worst abuser. China and OPEC are destroying our country.
All right, let's go to Libya. The Libyan action is being explained by President Obama, as you know, as a humanitarian act to stop a slaughter, which we all believe would have happened.
Which is fine.
Okay. Do you support it?
I support stopping that kind of a slaughter. The problem is, where do you stop? You've got other countries that are doing worse than this guy ever dreamed of. You know the amazing thing about Libya of all? You have France leading the way. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's great. Our great French leaders.
Well, they're afraid of it.
You know the other amazing thing? The Arab League. You know what the Arab League is? Saudi Arabia and a couple of others of the richest nations in the world. They said, we want you to go into Libya. We don't like Gaddafi. Get rid of Gaddafi. Why don't they pay for this? Why aren't they paying?
I'm with you on that. Let's charge them.
I hear, what do I know? But I hear that the so-called rebels, we make them look like heroes, right? I hear they're very inspired by Iran and by Al-Qaeda. So how about we make it possible for them to take over Gaddafi and Libya, and then at the end of the whole process, they turn out to be worse. And that could happen, mark my words.
Okay. Iran's trying to get a nuke. You going to stop them if you're president?
I wouldn't let them have a nuke.
No, how'd you stop it?
I would do what I had to do.
Which is?
They will not have a nuke.
What do you mean, level them?
I will stop. They will not have a nuke. Look, our weak president that kisses everybody's ass is in more wars than I've ever seen.
Okay.
Now he's in Libya, he's in Afghanistan, he's in Iraq. Nobody respects us, and nobody respects our leadership.
Okay, no nuke for Iraq.
I mean, why? Can I do worse? You're talking about me like I'm a warmonger.
I'm not talking. I'm just asking the question.
This guy got the Nobel Peace Prize, and every time I look, he's going into another country.
All right. Look, this is fascinating to me. I hope you're finding it fascinating. I think Donald Trump is a force in this country. Tomorrow,